Hey guys, it's placeholder. So I'm here to look at Splatoon 3's version 2.1.0 update. Let's have a look at it. Release January 27, 23, and changes multiplayer, main weapons, arrow sprays, size of terrain area inked by falling sprays increased by 10%, so they ink better, okay. Jet squelcher, reduced ink scatter when shooting above ground by 17%, okay. Better shot nova, the size of terrain area inked by shots has been increased by 19%. Okay. The overall damage rate reduction caused by distance has been adjusted, and you can now cause 50 damage, 100 damage from farther away than before. Okay. That's more consistent and good for it. Big swig roller, minimum damage from horizontal slashes has increased from 30 to 35. Oh, they call it slashes, not swings. Okay. Bamboozler, reduced ink consumption by 70%. Roller splicer increased firing duration by 15%. Sloshing machine increased ink consumption by 10%. Okay. Sub-weapons, angle shooter, damage has been increased from 30 to 35, radius of ink coverage when striking terrain or weapons has been roughly doubled. Okay. That's good, I like angle shooter. Tactical's quick response special save effects will no longer be totally negated by gear abilities, respawn punisher, and haunt. The increase in respawn time special gate spawn, penalty effects from respawn punisher and haunt will still occur to a degree. Okay. Reslide adjusts the amount of time for the invulnerability window, which occurs after exploding until you're able to move to about 28/60ths of a second. Okay. Triple to increase the rate of the area damage by 10%, increase area damage inflicted by about 50%. Good. Crab tank nerf. Shorten the duration of the crab tank when not using the special power up gear ability from about 9 to about 8 seconds. Increasing the essential duration of the crab tank when using the special power-up gear ability. As also changed, the duration of the crab tank when maximizing use of the special power-up gear ability remains the same as before. Okay. Points. Cry for some special weapons have been changed. Shots, 200 to 190. 52 gal, 200 to 190. 96 gal, 200 to 190. Pro, 190 to 180. Nova, 200 to 190. Spot Dollies, 200 to 190. Custom Spider Shot Junior, 180 to 190. Sloshing Machine, 210 to 220. Spatana Wiper, 180 to 190. Okay. The performance of some gear abilities have been changed. Ninja Squid. The visibility feature will not go into effect for 0.5 seconds immediately after transforming to half a second. Gear ability swim speed up can now be used at the same time as Ninja Squid without negating part of either ability. Swim speed reduction of Ninja Squid will still occur to a degree. Okay. This update focuses on adjustments related to battles. A lot of the adjustments to main weapons were made to lessen the impact of some of the weapons from Splatoon 2, where the increased performance of the gear ability was negated in Splatoon 3. Regarding changes to Ninja Squid, while mitigating the issues where players would lose sight of each other when shooting at each other from relatively short distance, we've also intentionally maintained the way to approach opponents with longer ranges. We reduced the amount needed to fill special gauges for some weapons and within that group, strengthening some frequently used short-range weapons to increase player options. We increased the amount needed to fill special gauges for some weapons and within that group, curtailed somewhat the tactic of using sub-weapons special weapons to attack from a distance. We also made some adjustments to increase the manifestation of special weapons. The next update will focus on new features and weapon balance for the start of the new season in March. The update is planned for the end of the current season. Bug fixes. Fixes to player controls. Fixed the issue that allows player to climb through unclimbable walls when using Squid Sword and Squid Roll at the same time. Where if you submerge an ink on a wall and move to any ground of a certain angle and continue to move while submerged, your movement speed is reduced. Where shots fired from Blob Blobber at a tower, moving terrain features would hit and disappear rather than hit a rebound. Okay, it's good. Where where when a player is moving or jumping with an open umbrella, the area being protected from incoming is about 1/60th of a second behind where it appears to be. Okay, fix that, that's good. Fix it where a player lands with an open umbrella, they are stunned, and the umbrella seems to sink to the ground. Where the area being protected from incoming ink by an open umbrella is slightly to the left or right of where it appears to be. Where the animation of opening umbrella to protect from attack happens slower than the actual defensive effect begins. Fix an issue where animation of closing umbrella during the umbrella opening animation was not displaying smoothly. Where attacks to the rear of the crab tank like Inkstorm bounce off when the tank is in walking mode, even when directly striking the player. Where after having used the inkjet as a caster without once touching the ground, the player lands in an unintended location. Where the wave breaker immediately vanishes from other players' screens if the elevation of its placement is close to the water line. If the wave breaker is placed at specific elevation, the waves do not display in adjacent low spaces within the area of effect. The wave breaker is placed at a specific elevation, just adjacent low spaces may or may not come within the area of effect due to slight differences in position by slightly increasing the area of effect in the low area. Okay, fixed a bunch of good issues. Got fixed is good. Fixed issue where if you ink certain parts of the terrain and yield to alley with a roller, it causes a slowdown in the game. Oh, good thing they fixed that one. Oh. When playing Rainmaker mode and Haggle for Strike, that causes the score to not change smoothly in certain areas. Playing Splatoon South Control Rainmaker Claims Undertow Spillway prevented you from being able to submerge and ink in certain areas regardless of whether they were inked or not. When playing Rainmaker mode in a museum, it causes the score to not change smoothly in certain areas. Started to climb unintended walls in the Academy. When playing Splatoon in a Miami Resort, they prevented players from properly placing a tactical in certain areas, and prevented the player who tried to place it from being able to properly stand on the stage's terrain. When playing Rainmaker mode in Surgeon Shipyard, that caused the score to not change smoothly in certain areas. When playing Rainmaker mode in Michael Mart, that caused the score to not change smoothly in certain areas, fixing the issue that allowed to climb unintended walls in Wahoo World. In Wahoo World, that allowed you to jump from an ink rail onto a spotlight. In Brightwater Springs, that caused trees in front of you to not display as transparent. Playing all the modes in Brightwater Springs, that caused the score not change smoothly in certain areas, and don't retreat to be slight if you weren't retreating very much. Fixing issue Brightwater Springs and Cloud Heights that caused Ink 5 from high up to disappear from before hitting the ground. Oh, that's good. All zones in Cloud Heights allow you to jump from an ink rail into a water tank. Okay. Changes to Salmon Run. Fixing the issue of communication error occurred at certain times while the big run results were being announced. You would be able to get a decoration, but not the corresponding badge. If you were affected by this issue, you will obtain your badge after applying this update data and restarting the game. Fixing the issue that causes ammo stocked up in the sniper right at 5H to vanish after depositing rolling eggs or shooting them from a big shot launcher. It prevented bombs launched by a steel-headed spear properly when the CLO was defeated by dealing damage to its torso. In Marinas Bay during low tide, that make it difficult to ink over a flopper's area if you try to dive close to the water surface. In Marinas Bay, that caused a slowdown to occur if players with salmon came into contact with certain terrain. Where if you save the job scenario, Grisco weapons are played again as private job, difficult Grisco weapons would be supplied instead. Okay. Story mode, fixing issue where selecting weapons on a stage and switching from umbrella to another weapon, the umbrella will not work properly, may not launch, may not protect from enemy attacks. Never had that issue. Other changes, fixing issue in Recon where game controls will not work after trying to start Turf 4 and photo mode at the same time when playing with multiple people. In Recon, when playing with a timer and the player was spotted, the photo pose would remain as the player pose if specific procedures were performed. In Recon, where when playing with a timer and the player was spotted, the countdown number would not display. Where after having failed to save job history at the Grisco terminal, the list of completed jobs will not properly display. Where in shops, where after pressing certain buttons at the same time, some controls would not work. Okay then. That's all the updates for this one. Splatoon 3 version 2.1.0. Well, thanks for watching. If you like, dislikes, comments, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.